Hi, I'm Jasmine. This is Riley. He just turned 5. Here is our family, and this is our story. In 2015, after years of going back and forth, we finally decided it was time to start our family. I was 27 and finishing up my associate's degree, and finally felt like I was meant to be a mom. I had always been the mama goose to my friends and family, taking care of them and making sure everyone stayed fed and healthy. And though I once thought I didn't want children, I realized that simply just wasn't my truth. About halfway through my pregnancy, I learned that my husband and I both carried a CF gene and that there was a chance that we had both passed it down to our baby. I was confused, overwhelmed, and very scared when we got the news. I had so many questions, both being asked of me and of my own, and I had only heard stories of my husband's cousin who had passed away from CF years ago. I felt so much guilt and fear, thinking that it was all my fault for not being better prepared going into pregnancy, not knowing about cystic fibrosis, knowing that it was in my husband's family, and not knowing much about the genetics in my family. While I know that it is nobody's fault, I still had that guilt. Because I was as far along as I was, I decided to wait until he was born for any further testing and just try to enjoy my pregnancy. However, I spent nights worrying and crying, writing in my journal, and fighting off the fear and anxiety of what was to come. When Riley was 3 weeks old, we got the confirmation that he had cystic fibrosis. The first month of his care was such a blur, and I am beyond thankful for the kindness and persistence of our care team who helped guide our family, educated us about cystic fibrosis, and taught us that we are not alone. It wasn't until we connected with the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation and participated in our first event, the 2016 Great Strides Walk, that we began to feel like we could really handle this. We had spent the past 6 months absorbing all of the information we could, and it felt so good to be a part of this event, gathering together as a community to support the future of cystic fibrosis. We left the event buzzing and feeling more supported than we ever had. Over the years, our participation in the events have grown, and we have become more involved with our community. We look forward to helping plan and participate in fundraisers and events for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and are beyond thankful for the kindness, generosity, and most of all, the hope they bring to our family and our community. Riley has begun creating and donating art for fundraisers. He is involved in so much that I put into our team, and he loves advocating for cystic fibrosis at only 5 years old. We want families to know that they are not alone, and that we are here fighting for them. The journey as a CF parent and as a CF family is not an easy one, and our hope is to make sure new families coming into this community experience the same kindness and compassion we were given when we began our journey. The past 5 years, being a part of this community has helped teach our family so much. We are beyond thankful for everything we have learned and experienced, and we are grateful to be a part of the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. We are in this fight together, and we are determined to continue this battle until CF stands for Cure Found. Thank you to everyone in our community, and
thank you, Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.